So let's talk about texting. When should you text and what should you write in that text? So once you got her number, she put her number in your phone and you said bye, bye-bye. Now you have your number. So the question is, how do you get in touch with her? What do you write in that text that you want to write? Well, in this video, I want to demystify a couple of things about texting and get some things clear, because I see many guys do, these mistakes. It's not even mistakes, they're like game killer. Okay, if you do them, it's like it's done. Some guys have this idea that you can get to know a girl over text. Okay, so you can convey your personality in your texting, and then you set up a date, and then you go and you rent a hotel room and you spend all night with her. Now, that's a big illusion. One thing to understand about text is they're not means of getting to know each other. They're very, very bad for getting to know each other, okay? People text, you can't convey emotion, you can't convey your voice, you can't project your presence, you can't use humor with your face and your gestures, okay? You're just, you're stripped of everything, you just have your words. Now, some guys get, creative and they get on these text fests, and they have 30, 40 different texts with the girl and they never meet her, right? They just, the text just died down eventually, and then, they're just left with an experience and a big phone bill for texting. So the first thing to understand is that the intent of texting a girl is not to get to know her. The intent of a text is to set up a meeting, okay? The intent of a text is to set up a meeting, not to get to know her. On that meeting, on a date, if you want to call it, you're going to have an opportunity to get to know her, and she's going to have an opportunity to get to know you. Okay? So let's get this clear immediately. So the question is, when should you text? That's the next question. Some guys, actually I would say often, like most guys do this, they get a girl's number and in about 10 minutes they will send her a text. Hey, it was nice meeting you, whatever. First, don't do that, okay, ever. When you get a girl's number, pretend like you didn't get any number, pretend like you didn't get her number for the remaining of the day, okay? Just forget about her and move on with your life. Do whatever you need to do. Almost forget about it. It's like, oh yeah, I got that girl number, I should text her. That's the attitude you want to have instead of texting her immediately. And I want to say this again, because for many of my students, I would explain this to them, but they would kind of ignore me. And then, they'd say, yeah, I got a girl's number, and then I texted her. It's like, when did you text her? He's like, well, immediately. Like, didn't we talk about this? Like, yeah, well, I wanted to try it. Don't try it, okay? If you get a girl's text, wait, okay? Show that you have patience. Wait until you text. So how long should you wait? I would say the minimum is 24 hours. Maybe the longest you can go is maybe 48 hours, okay? So if you get a girl's text, if you get a girl's number, and it's, let's say it's noon on Friday, text her the next day on Saturday, okay? Text her the next day on Saturday, say, I'm gonna teach you what to say, but just keep that in mind. I used to have 2 days, so if I got her number today, I would wait today, and then the entire day tomorrow, and then I would text her the day after tomorrow. And then one girl called me on that, and she said, when you texted me that next day, I knew you were playing games. Because it's just not natural. Nobody's that busy, and if you really liked me, you would text earlier. So keep it, somewhere in the 24 hours to 48 hours, depending on how much time you have. So let's go into what should you text, okay? So we said that texting is not about meeting each other, it's about setting up a meeting so you can get to know each other, you can meet each other. So what should you text? I want to give you a script, a word per word script that you can use, that I've used in my dating life, and it worked very well for me. It's a very short one, but it conveys all the right stuff. So here's what you should say. Hey, name, you put her name, so let's say her name is Christina. Hey, Christina, and then you add remember me, question mark. Okay, so hey Christina, remember me? Question mark. Now this gets her intrigued, like remember who, right? Remember me. And then you add, it's your name, so in my case, it's Omir. And then I add this, the handsome guy we met in the mall. Or the handsome guy you met in the mall. So, hey Christina, remember me? It's Omir, the handsome guy we met in the mall. And then I add, what's up? Question mark. Now this text is really powerful because first off, he's like, hey, still remember me? Okay, you're not just like, hey, what's up? You know, when are we going out? But it's like, hey, still remember me? And then it's me, the handsome guy. Now that has, some humor. Many times I would get a text back like, haha, aren't we confident? And I was like, yes, of course we are. That's why you love me, But use this one, I like it a lot, and it's going to, get the right response. I tried the ones without being, slightly cocky, and they didn't have the same response, so I kept that one. I kept the handsome guy. Now, after she responds, she may say, I'm just chilling, or I'm watching TV, or I'm watching a movie, or whatever, or I'm, with a friend. The second text should be the call out, or the call for a date. Now, when I say the second text, sometimes that's not possible, because, her text is just so interesting, you gotta respond. But you want to keep it in the range of 2 or 3. You shouldn't go more than that in terms of texting, maybe 4, but that's about it, really. So you text that, she texts you back, and then you say whatever she said, and you said, that's nice. So when are you buying me that coffee? Question mark. Okay, so when are you buying me that coffee? So again, you're showing that you don't have too much time to text, you're a busy man, you have stuff to do, and that you would like to get to know her, but texting is not your thing. Now, I did have a couple of situations where a girl would say, why are you in such a hurry? Or why are we in such a hurry? Let's get to know each other through texts. I have to be honest with you, I found that those women kind of are looking for company. They're looking for somebody to, give them attention. They're like attention grabbers. And I don't know, I just, did not have much success with that. So I kind of left it at that. If she persisted on texting, I was like, yeah, it's not my thing, bye. So if a girl wants to text still, I recommend you just ditch it and say, look, it's not for me, or keep it going for maybe 4, 5, 6 texts and then say, look, this is not for me, ditch it. Because you may get yourself in a 20, 30, 40 text, message, and, the conversation is just going to die out. Like, why would I want to meet you now? I know everything about you. You're a loser. You can't text and stuff. So just ditch it. So that's how you should text her for the first time.